Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. In today's video I am going to be doing a Santa gnome. This is going to be my first time doing a Santa gnome, and I'm not going to do your traditional big belly Santa. I am going to do a skinny long-legged Santa because I think those are so cute and I've always wanted to try, and so I had a subscriber asked if I would do a Santa gnome, but this was just a little twist. So like I said before, we're going to be doing a Santa gnome, but we're going to be doing a long-legged sitting Santa gnome. So what you're going to need for this project is you're going to need black, red, yellow, and cream colored felt. You're going to need flexible curling rods, and I got these from Dollar Tree. You're going to be needing fluffy yarn. This is what I call it. You're going to need a pair of scissors. I'm going to be using a little metal can to make my Santa sitting on, because I want him to be sitting. You're also going to need a base for your body, and for me, I am going to be using a Z-Quill medicine bottle, but you can use anything that you have on hand. This happened to be what I have on hand, so this is what I'm going to be using. And you're going to be needing baby shower shoes from the Dollar Tree that will be covered in felt. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so we can get into it. And before I do that, you're also going to be needing faux fur. That's going to be Santa's beard. So now let's go ahead and turn the camera down so we can get into the video. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and rinse your bottle out. And once you get, just set that to the side. I'm going to peel this off. I'm just taking the label off of the felt. So once you get your bottle all rinsed out, what you're going to do is you're just going to take that felt and you're going to go ahead and wrap it around your container. So you're going to cut your felt in half if you need to, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to wrap this all the way around and secure it with hot glue. And once you do that, this is what it's going to look like. So this is what you should have by now. So once you get it all wrapped and ready to go, we're going to take, I set this to the side. We're going to grab our little tin can that I wrapped. I covered the bottom in felt, and I just used white paper to wrap around this so it wouldn't be a grayish looking color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see how my Santa's going to look sitting on it. I'm going to set this to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and work on his legs. So I took a red piece of felt and I took my scissors or wire cutters, whatever you have on hand, and we just cut that off a little bit. And what we did was we put hot glue right across, and we went ahead and we rolled it up, and you're going to glue it in place as you roll it, and you're going to go ahead and cut off the extra. This is what it should look like once you're done with that. So this is what we have. It's wrapped in felt and ready to go. So now, once again, we're going to take that baby shower shoe and we're going to wrap this in felt. And I've already done one. I went ahead and wrapped it because I've wrapped these in every single gnome video that I've done. So I'm just going to go ahead now and put some hot glue right down off in the shoe. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stick his leg right down off in there, just like that. We're going to let that, hold this here and let that dry. And now we have our fluffy yarn, and we're just going to go ahead and take a little bit of a measurement to see where I need to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it right here. And I'm just going to go ahead, use a little bit of hot glue right around the base of the gnome. And then we're just going to start here. And we're just going to go ahead and wrap this all the way around. And now we have 2 legs for our Santa. So I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to bring my little tin here, and I'm going to slide back a little, and I'm going to bring this to the edge, and I'm just going to bend here, and we're just going to go ahead and stick our legs down. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue, grab a glue stick, put a little bit of hot glue right down on there. We're going to go ahead and put it where we want it to be. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other one. And once again, you can position these any way you want to. And once I get it glued in place, I'll show you. So you're just putting some hot glue right on the top. We're going to go ahead and grab our leg. I'm just going to hold this just like this. And I'm just adjusting. And this is what we have so far. I'm just going to go ahead and set this back down. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right here. I'm just going to hold this down here. Let that dry. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to put a little bit of hot glue here. We're going to hold this down and let this dry. And this is what it looks like so far. So I'm going to set that here. Next, I'm going to take my bottle that we wrapped, our medicine bottle that we wrapped in felt, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this right down on top. So all I'm doing is putting some hot glue directly on this bottle. I'm also going to put some right on here. Grab another glue stick. And we're just going to squeeze some right down on top. I'm going to go ahead, stick this like this. And I'm just going to hold this here and let this dry. So once you have it in place, this is what it should look like. Don't worry about this little seam here. It's going to be covered. I'm just going to go ahead and bend his legs up a little so I can set him here while I work on him. So next, what we're going to do, I'm just going to pull this up a little. There we go. So now what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead, and we have a foam ball, and we talked about this in every single gnome video, that I cut the ball in half and covered it in felt. And I'm just going to see about where I want the nose to be. But before I do that, I am going to take my white fluff, and we're just going to put this about here. I'm going to cut this here. So just like that, we're going to hold this here, and this is going to be the little ruffle in the suit. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right across here. And then we're just going to go ahead, start from the bottom, and glue this in place. Going to hold this here and let that dry. Now, while that's drying, I'm just going to get away the glue strings. I am going to take a black piece of felt, set that out, and we're going to go ahead and make his little belt. So all I'm doing is cutting a strip right out of the felt. I'm just going to give this a little tug. And I'm going to go ahead and turn him around so I can see. So we have our black felt. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this in place. So I am going to put a hot glue right in the middle. And we're just going to go ahead. I'm pushing it in place. And we're just going to go ahead and glue it in the back. So we're going to grab some hot glue. Just put a layer of hot glue right on it. We're going to very carefully pull it back. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. So we're going to put a little bit of hot glue. We're going to go ahead and pull this back. I'm just adding some hot glue just to close this. So this is what we have so far. And here he is in his setting position. So now what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and grab his nose, and we're going to go ahead and cover that nose in felt. I've done this several times in every gnome video. Put that right in the middle. Go around the edge without burning your fingers. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover it, pull tight and cover. So I'm just going around the edge of it. And I'm going to cut off the extra. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Just like that. And now I'm just going to go ahead, stick that around here, just like this. We're going to grab our nose, and I'm just going to stick the nose right here. So, hot glue on the back. Going to grab our nose. I'm just going to stick that right here, just like that. And you're going to take your faux fur, and I've done this before in it. You're going to cut out a U shape, and then we're just going to go ahead and stick that just like this. hold that there. We're going to grab some of our hot glue and we're just going to go around the faux fur in a U shape, making sure that we put hot glue all the way around. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick this just like this. And I know it's probably a little bit hard to see because the beard is so white. And this is what we have. Now I am going to grab a red piece of felt. Let me grab her. So now we're going to take a piece of our red felt, and this is going to be his hat. So I am just going to go ahead and start here. And we're just going to wrap this all the way around to make a hat. And I need to turn it my way so I can see what I'm doing. So just going to put a little bit of hot glue right across the bridge of his nose. Going to go ahead, grab our felt, and we're just going to stick this right down across like this. And we're just going to go all the way around. So just put a little bit of hot glue right on the edge. We're going to go ahead and wrap it. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this. Put a little bit of hot glue to secure it. A little bit of hot glue up through here to hold that in place like this. And I'm just going to go ahead, and this is normally what I do. Put a little bit of hot glue there, and I put inside like this, and then I pinch the ends together so it closes it. Like that. And I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to bend it over a little bit like this. I'm going to take a white piece of felt, or of the yarn. The fluffy yarn is what I call it. And I'm just going to put a dab of hot glue. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick that hot glue right there. Like this. This is what we have so far. And now I am going to take a piece of fluffy yarn, and I'm just going to go around the bottom of the hat. So just a little bit of hot glue all the way around the bottom of the little gnome hat, or the Santa hat. All I'm doing is going all the way around, cutting off any extra that I may need to. And this is what we have so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab some yellow and put his little rings. We're going to finish up his little belt, the buckle on his belt. And since I don't have an actual gold color, I have to go with yellow. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a little. So we're going to go ahead, turn this down. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right down through here. Grab our little, there we have that. I'm going to cut that here. Like that. And we're going to come on the other side and we're going to go ahead and do that again. And I'm just going to mark it this time. Turn it this way. Put a little bit of hot glue right down through here. And now we're just going to go ahead and stick this on just like this. And there is his little belt. Now we're going to go ahead and do his arms. This is what we have so far. So I have one of his arms done already. And I'm just going to go ahead and position that where I want it to be. So we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue on and I'll show you how I did this. So let's hold that here. There's his arm. And I'm just going to set this off to the side. And what I did to make the arm, I'm just cleaning off a spot. I took my little flexible roller, I cut it in half, and I glued the bottom piece so it wouldn't come out. And all I did was I went ahead, put some hot glue right on the edge. Stick this right down on the hot glue. And we're just going to go ahead and roll that. So you're going to put a little bit of hot glue here. We're going to go ahead and roll that, covering it all the way around. Making sure to pull tight when you roll it. Like that. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue down through here, just like this. And we're going to fold this up. Grab our scissors, and we're just going to cut off the extra. And now this little opening that we have here, that's right here, we're going to put a little bit of hot glue in. And we're just going to pinch the ends together, just like that. And now we're going to go ahead, glue this in place over here. So put a little bit of hot glue right here. We're going to go ahead, stick that right down on top, just like this. This is what we have. I'm going to go ahead and put fluff around his sleeve. So we have some here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this here, just like that. So we're going to put a little bit of hot glue right across there. I'm going to go ahead, grab this, put that there and here. And we're just going to wrap that around. Just like that. We're going to cut off the extra. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we're just going to put a hot glue right around the edge. Grab our little yarn. Cut off the extra. And there we have it. Here is our sitting gnome. You can cross his legs any position that you want. Here he go. I'm going to go ahead and hold him up so y'all can see. So this is what he looks like. He's kind of tall. And he's set on the edge just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera up so y'all can see me. So yeah, that is it. Here he is. Here's our little gnome. I'm just going to set him down on the edge. If you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to become part of my YouTube family. And with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. That really means a lot. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye.